Clay, we're not roasting you. You had a good game yesterday. You want some positives? I thought Klay Thompson was a positive.
I agree.
Duh.
7 threes, 27 points, catch and shoot. All right, 10 to 24. Not the best efficiency there. Missed some shots late, but I'll take that right now.
He was the least of my problems yesterday.
No doubt. Steph Curry. Is that a positive?
Yeah, I mean, Steph played great, but look, he in the half court at the end of that game, I thought surprisingly, Jalen Suggs locked him up. There were 3 possessions in a row. He turned the ball over.
And with their big lineup, when they started with Wagner, Bobo, Banchero, Wendell Carter Jr., and Suggs, Curry had to defend Suggs. That was a tough matchup for him.
Yeah, Suggs had his best game, I believe, in the NBA. Given
Suggs was 26 points, 9 assists. 26 points, 9 assists.
Big threes down the stretch.
Big threes. 2 big threes.
You and I were in love with him heading into that draft process.
My God.
And I wanted him to fall to us so bad.
He was one of those guys. I was watching Gonzaga against Kansas early in the year. I don't watch college basketball as much as I used to.
Yeah, but that's
not even close.
He's a stud.
I watched him and I was like, who the hell is this? And I was going back with OG Ricky G.
Yeah.
Where I was like, this guy's Brandon Roy 2.0.
100%.
He could be a Brandon. Now, Brandon Roy is a great, great player.
Yeah. Who's bigger?
Bigger, probably a little more athletic. Mm-hmm. But Suggs just knows where to be. That iconic shot in the Final Four, I'll never forget that. He was amazing in that game.
He also was a late comer to basketball and was a football guy.
Quarterback.
Yeah. And
could have gone to Ohio State. It's
a very interesting progression that he's trying to make in the NBA. Like, you have to, as much as we could look at Wiseman as this, ball of clay, Suggs is too. Yeah. And Suggs has played on a bad team. And again, that was his best NBA game from a lot of people that watch Orlando.
They've got something with him and Paulo Banchero. I love Paulo. And I love Paulo Banchero.
He's an intriguing player.
The dude is a beast.
What I noticed with him was that when he was at Duke, it just felt like the offense, the floor, everything was constricted. When I see him in the NBA and he's got more space to move around, I'm much more impressed. Yeah. I didn't see... I saw that he was good. I didn't see what I saw last night coming out of college, and I'm very impressed with him.
I probably wouldn't have saw it either had they not played a Chase Center.
Okay.
So seeing him up close and personal, watching every movement, watching the way he moved his feet, watching the way he talked.
He moves better than I thought.
Dude, he had a pull up in that against Arkansas. He talks. He communicates. I was like, okay, this guy's a real deal.
Yeah,
I would take him number 1. Forget Chet Holmgren. I would take him because, ironically, Chet Holmgren played the earlier game that day, the Sweet 16. And Arkansas was going right through him, and he's falling around, and I'm just like, whoa. Real skinny.
Well, and the thing with Paolo, which was impressive yesterday, bad first half, as to be expected, and it felt like he kept coming at the Warriors in the second half. For a 19-year-old kid, is he 20, 19?
20.
I was very impressed. Kept coming at him. Even Draymond was trying to get into him. He caused a travel late in the game. He kept coming, and he missed shots, and he'll get better. But for his age, to be doing what he's doing, and he's clearly got an NBA body, I'm very impressed.
And he wants it. All right, so we got positives. Steph Curry.
Look, basketball IQ, too.
Look, he really does.
Yeah.
We just watched James Wiseman with the technical foul.
Yes.
Steph Curry on a play, you pointed this out, failed to box out.
I saw it in real time.
Failed to box out.
And then it was him coming over late. He's guarding the guy who's shooting out on the perimeter, and then he leaks into the lane after the shot comes in, Wiseman. But Curry's the guy who has to box out the baseline guy.
That was his rebound. Now, I know Wiseman's 7-1. You want the big to grab the board. But Curry didn't box out. And Wiseman picks up the foul, and he was frustrated.
Yes.
Tough stretch for him. So we could put... You want to say Wiseman's... Listen,
I agree. He can't throw the ball.
Wiseman is terrible defensively. It is what it is. And I hate saying that.
No,
I love the young man. I do like him as a young man.
We all do. I'm watching him, and what I say to you, I feel bad for him.
We've been able to talk to him a couple times. Talked to him on the set a couple weeks ago. The guy wants to get better. But screen setting, a big-time issue for him. You've got to be able to set screens on his basketball team. Yeah. He can't set screens.
Well, his timing is off on how to set the screen, his aggressiveness, how wide he gets in setting the screen. He puts the butt out as a check. You're going to get a ton of fouls that way. Yeah, and he's not good at rolling.
Mm-hmm. So, it's a problem right now for James Wiseman. Maybe he needs a G League stint.
I think he does.
But your starters had an opportunity to bring home the game. We're going to play the Draymond Green sound in a second. Let's go to the calls. Carlos in the city. Then we'll get to Evelyn, to Adam. Carlos, what's happening? You're on the roast. Carlos, going once? Going twice?
Gone.
Evelyn, Pittsburgh.
Hi, Evelyn.
Evelyn, what's happening?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good, Evelyn.
Hey, my only concern with them is the defense. That's it. I'm not worried about the chemistry issue, because winning wins. When they start winning again, the chemistry will fall in place.
What do you think? Do you think it's that easy though? Defense? How can they fix the defense, Evelyn?
Really, I don't know.
I would say this. It starts with individual man defense staying in front of your guy on the perimeter, which I'm looking at this roster outside of Wiggins and depending on who he's matching up against, Draymond Green and obviously Looney, there's a lot of negative defenders on this team right now. And so like Steph, Clay at times can be okay.
It's not a good defensive team.
No, and JP is a turnstile right now. So you're giving up dribble drive penetration, and then going back to the chemistry thing, part of what makes Draymond isn't just his on-ball defense. It's his communication. He is the quarterback defensively, the middle linebacker, and he's barking and yelling and pushing guys and everything. I don't see that same thing from him. And I don't see a dedication to move as one unit on a string. When you do a shell drill, and I'm getting really technical here, and let's say there's 4 out and one guy in the dunker spot, you've got to move. You got to stay 2 passes ahead. Mm-hmm. This team isn't even 1 pass ahead in terms of their thought process of where the ball's going. Mm-hmm. So they're always chasing, they're reaching late, they're flat-footed, and they're hacking.
Yep.
I mean, this team hacks.
38 free throws for the Pistons. 46 last night for Orlando. You can talk about the free throw disparity, whether or not it's fair. Guys are going right at the Warriors.
Yes.
Teams are going right at them. They're blowing them by, going to the rack, looking for contact, and finishing at the rim. Warriors aren't. They're jump shot reliant.
Does this look like a team that's dedicated to rebounding and closing out possessions?
No, they got out-rebounded 27-10 in the second half. 27-10. The offensive glass, Orlando 8, Warriors 0.
All right. That's unacceptable.
They got physically pounded by young athletic teams. And guess what?
A 2-7 team.
And guess what today is? It's Pell's Day.
Well, they're more athletic.
And Zion Williamson's coming to town. Actually, he's waiting on you. Yeah. Brandon Ingram, Trey Murphy III, Jonas Valanciunas, who always eats and gets to go to State Warriors.
Always kills the Warriors.
Doesn't get any easier, folks. Adam in San Diego. Adam, what's happening?
Hey, guys. Good morning. A lot of people have been making a lot of good calls today. Anthony earlier, then from Tamir earlier, but it is coming down to, I think, communication, and that is what good defensive teams do, is they communicate. And Joe, you're right in the sense of like Draymond's just not being his normal self. And why is that? Like, I mean, I really did not think this punch was going to have this much more further out ramifications going into this season, but I was trying to think, like, oh, it's early, like, they'll figure it out. But, like, the way they're losing games and they have leads and then it just evaporates and you're fouling too much. It's a little bit of coaching and it's a little bit of there's no communication. And then I'm agreeing with a lot of the callers calling in today that there is a divide, I think, between the young guys and the older vets. And I think it is the fact of how, some guys chose the side of Draymond and, like, this is who he is and we need him. And the younger guys are like, well, he just slept one of our teammates. Like, what's he going to do to us next? Like, what if we don't make the right play? Like, so I know it's early. We're 9 games in, but this trend keeps continuing. And I'm sorry I missed your guys' call the other day about it, but I'm not saying to bring in a guy like Dwight Howard because he's going to change everything, what we do, and he's going to all this stuff and his stats. No, I think a guy like him, though, to be able to teach someone like Wiseman is huge. Like, look at how good Iggy has been as a player coach on the bench, for the younger guys like that. And I think, Dwight Howard is one of the best modern big men that we've ever seen. I mean, let's be real. I mean, he was unbelievable. And I think if he could teach Wiseman, he could teach Wiseman a lot. So, I mean, there's a lot of issues, but...
Maybe, Adam. Thanks for the call. Good call. I don't know. I don't know now. If Wiseman does thrive in the NBA, maybe it's not on the Golden State Warriors. Maybe it's on another team. Maybe this isn't the system for him. Maybe he needs the basic pick-and-roll principles. The ball movement, the motion offense, all that stuff with the Golden State Warriors, maybe he's not equipped to run that. Maybe he can't adapt to that. Maybe it's just a bad pick.
Well,
maybe it's possible, Shasky.
All
because
those things are possible.
Look, I'm not going to say, hey, he's been in the system for 3 years, because one year and a half, has been rehabbing. It's been rehabbing. But 51 games since the fall of 2019, and it felt like just on this road trip alone, he's gotten worse.
No, he has.
And it feels like instead of building on the good games, every day it's like he resets. And it's back to square one instead of building on it. You know what I'm saying?
No, because every foul, it feels like to me, every foul, every missed rebound, every I didn't set the screen fast or well enough, it's like, ugh. And I get the slumped shoulders, and I feel for him, and it's draining. Right. And I feel like the team just is looking at him like, ugh. And I feel bad for the kid. I do think he needs to be removed from the situation right now. I think that whether that means moved, go down to the G League, sitting on the bench.
He looks like a capable NBA player when he plays with the starters or plays with Steph and some other guys.
There were some minutes he had with Moody weren't bad.
Weren't bad at all. But
and then it went right back.
You got that lineup where it's JaMychal Green, it's James Wiseman, and you got Jordan Poole in the backcourt.
Well, the JaMychal Green and Wiseman do not fit at all.
It don't fit at all.
I pointed this out to you on numerous occasions.
I wish it was Kuminga at times.
Yeah.
But Jordan Poole's not playing defense.
Yeah.
So the back end is not protected. Like, he's got to overcompensate for guys getting blown by, and he's just not there yet. His hands are down. He's not moving his feet well. He's got to be everywhere because Jordan Poole's getting blown by.
But
Ty Jerome's getting blown by. 1 through 15, this team's not defending at a championship level.
Look at Wiseman stinks right now. Put him to the side for the second.
Yeah.
He's playing 14 minutes a game.
Right.
13 minutes a game.
No doubt.
All right.
And it's been even less on the road trip.
Look, and you want to point to all the minus, plus, minus. Look, he's been bad. There is no
denying
denying
the plus,
it.
minus. I don't care
I know,
that.
but he's been bad. I'm not. No one's denying that. I'm watching a team with bigger issues. Who was going to have more impact on winning this year? Poole or Wiseman?
Poole.
Okay. Is Poole playing good basketball?
No, he's not.
He's had a couple moments. He's been very inconsistent.
It is a little annoying. I'm not going to lie. When Wiseman struggles, he's reason number one on why things are happening.
He's part of a 10. To me,
Warriors.
again, I wrote it down and I did this for a reason. This wasn't even the entirety of the game. This is just the final 5 minutes. Warrior issues. Fouling too much because you can't move your feet laterally. You're not athletic enough to get back or to help on defense. Unforced turnovers on offense, meaning we just throw it away. Ball pressure turnovers, meaning someone's up in my grill and I am either, getting my pocket picked, or I'm throwing to somebody and it's a predicated pass that everyone can see. Situational rebounding, not helping on offense or defense. No one's screening for others. Wiggins, fourth quarter scoring, completely absent. Erratic possessions, lack of athleticism. Where is Jordan Poole's mojo? These are all the questions I have that had nothing to do with the bench.
Right.
And now, I'm not saying the bench is good.
Right.
I'm here to say their problems are clearly deeper.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Big time deeper.